So let's start. All right, so for our topic for today is statistics. Okay, so maybe some of you, whoa, statistics, it's kind of hard, it's kind of difficult to understand. Pero in reality, it's not really that hard. Okay. Since lahat naman ng mga bagay is napag-aaralan. Okay? As long as intindihin nyo lang yung fundamentals. Okay, that's the most important part when it comes to learning a very hard topic. Okay. All right, so chapter 4 is statistics. Okay, so before we start with the definition of statistics, I'll just ask if you guys have experienced how to solve an stat or by using a statistics formula. May naka-encounter ba sa inyo? Maybe nung high school or nung senior high? Or wala?
Nakalimot, sir.
Kalimot. Okay? So, for sure, kahit hindi nyo alam yung, let's say, itong formula na to, is ginagamit nyo to pang araw-araw. Okay? So, we call that one the average. So, yun yung pinaka-basic ng statistics. And then the other two is just an additional. Okay? So, without a further delay, let's start. So, what is statistics? So, it is a branch of mathematics dealing with the collection, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of masses of numerical data. Okay, so if you're going to take a look on this one, so this is not just a definition by itself. So it's like the step by step that we do when it comes to solving a problem when it comes to statistics. So first we collect data and then we analyze that data. And then once we're done in analyzing, so we interpret, okay, and then come up with a conclusion or a graph, okay, and then present that conclusion in the masses of numerical data. Okay, so I'm not sure if we have other kinds of statistics other than numerical data, but the most common one is it's like 90%. Okay, when it comes to statistics, we deal with numerical data. Okay, so pwede kasing yung data dyan is letters or phrases, pero mostly is numerical data. Okay, or in other words, it is a collection of quantitative data. Okay, so very straightforward, quantitative or quantity, okay, or the counts of numbers or the number itself. Okay. And then once you're done in understanding what is the meaning of statistics, then we have two types of statistics. So we have the descriptive and then the inferential. Okay. So descriptive, it is the first three step or the first two step actually, like mostly it is the first step, okay, that we do. So descriptive statistics involves collection, organizing, summarizing, and then presentation of data. So here, you collect, and then let's say you want to arrange them from smallest to largest, and then you want to organize them, let's say from by type or by format. So that is under descriptive statistic. Okay, so once you're done in doing that one, so the next thing that you need to do is inferential statistic. So what is inferential statistic? So this interprets and draws conclusion from the data. Okay, so again, very straightforward. After you collect your data, you analyze it, and then you interpret it. And then at the end, you come up with a conclusion. Okay. So did you guys get the main definition and the two types of statistics so far? Hello, guys. Can you guys
Yes, sir.
follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Saan ba kayo mas comfortable? Okay. Comfortable ba kayo sa papaliwanag ko ng Tagalog or gusto niyo English?
Sir, kung saan ka masaya, sir?
Saan ako masaya? Okay. Kasi sa akin minsan by mood eh. Hindi ko alam, parang minsan trip ko mag-Tagalog, minsan trip ko mag-pure English. Pero anyway, magkukonya na lang. Ayoko ng ganun eh. Yun yung iniiwasan ko. Kung gusto ko ng Tagalog, Tagalog lang. Kung gusto ko ng English, English lang. So parang baduy para sa akin. So ginagawa ko yun minsan pero 5% lang ng sentence ko. Pero meron ding mga hiram. Yun nga, yun. Gagaya ng sinabi ko, sentence. So, English na yun. Well, anyway, so we'll just go with English way of teaching since that is the standard of UC. So if there's a part that you didn't understand or you wasn't able to grasp what I'm trying to say or what I'm trying to explain, so feel free to say, could you please, sir, could you please translate that into Tagalog since we cannot really understand what you're trying to explain. Okay? So pwedeng-pwede naman, no problem. Okay? All right, so let's start. So here's the very first thing that you need to know when it comes to statistics. So we have the measures of central tendency. So under measures of central tendency, so we have three. Okay, we have the mean, the median, and then the mode. So the mean is the very most common way of solving when it comes to getting the average. Okay, or to make it simple, when we say measures of central tendency, we are trying to get the average, okay, or the most common number in that rows of data. Okay, so without a further delay, for you to be able to understand what is mean, median, and mode, so let's go with mean first. So the arithmetic mean is the most commonly used measure of central tendency, and it is a set of numbers wherein it is often referred to as simply the mean. Okay, so instead of saying the arithmetic mean, we can make it shorter into the mean or just mean itself. Okay, and then what is this mean? So to find the mean for a set of data, find the sum of the data values and divide the numbers of data values. Okay, so to make it simple, this description means we are trying to find the average of that rows of data. Okay, so let's say we have 5 rows of data or 10 rows of data. You want to get the average of those list of data. So you use the mean, okay, or we use the arithmetic mean. Okay, so how do we do that? So find the sum of the data values and divide the number of data values. Okay, so to make it simple, we have 5 salaries listed below. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So do not mind, do not mind in converting this one in peso. So let me just correct, kung sakali convert mo to in peso, of course, this one will become like 2 million or less, more or less 2 million. But of course, this one is already a year. Okay, this is maybe their salary in a year. So it's already quite big compared to the salary of a Filipino. Let's say we are earning 10,000, 20,000. You know, it's just super small compared to their salary. Like if you're going to compute this one, we are earning like 200,000 per month. Okay, so this is their salary. Oops, I'm missing. So correction, there should be a dollar sign here. So this is also a salary. Okay, so those are their salaries, let's say coming from 5 people. And then you want to get their average salaries. Okay, so we use the arithmetic mean. So how to do that? So just add all of those 5 and then divide it by the counts of those items or by the counts of those datas. So add all of those and then count the numbers of data. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So divide it by 5. So summation of this one and then division of the count of the data. Okay, so we always do that to get the average. So this is very common for you guys. It's just that maybe you don't realize that what you're using is the arithmetic mean, or simply we call that one the average. Okay, in layman's term, kasi yun naman talaga yung ginagamit natin, average. Okay, so here's the solution. So just add all of those and then divide it by 5. Okay, so correction again, there should be a dollar sign here and then a dollar sign. And then the total of the numerator is 206,500. So feel free to use your calculator to check whether this one is correct or no. And then divide it by the counts of the tasks. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So divide it by 5. And then we've come up with this result. So this is the average salary of those 5 people. Okay, 41,300 pesos. All right. So did you guys get it so far?
Yes, sir.
Posible namang wala. Ay, posible namang hindi. Sobrang dali na niyan. Okay? So, clear na tayo sa mean. Okay?
Yes,
So,
sir.
tandaan nyo na, mean, tawag doon na sa average. Mean, average. Next one is di pa pala. So ito yung parang pinaka technical ways of explaining arithmetic mean. So it says here, it's the traditional symbol used to indicate a summation is the Greek letter sigma. Okay, so the one that I keep on saying is summation is this one is a symbol of that one. Okay, Greek letter sigma. Thus, the notation summation x is called the summation notation. Denotes the sum of all the numbers in a given set. So we can define the mean using the summation notation. Okay. So mean is the mean of n numbers is the sum of the numbers divided by the n. So mean of n is the summation of those theta or the n, and then divided by the counts of n. Okay, or simply this kind of formula. So mean is equal to the summation of x divided by the count of x or count of data. Okay. So statisticians often collect data from small portions of a large group in order to determine information about the group. Okay, so we have two types of data where we get those data. Okay, we have the population wherein it is the entire count of data. So what do I mean by the entire count of data? So let me give an example. When I say entire, so it is the whole. Okay, let's say the entire population of the whole world. Okay, so that is the entire. So if it's the entire data, we call that one the population. Okay, so this is not the literal meaning of population, like population of counts of people. Okay, so when you say population, it could be a count of countries. Let's say the total, hindi ko sigurado kung ilan, the total count of countries in the whole world is, let's say, 350. So that's just an assumption. Okay, I'm not sure whether that one is really 350. So more or less. And then let's say we want to get a sample. Okay, so when we say sample, we are only getting a portion of it, of that population. Okay, so let's say we want to get the countries in Asia. Okay, so the one that we're trying to get is the sample now. Okay, so let's say we have 5 continents, right? Am I correct? 5 continents, 6 or 7? 7. How many continents do we have in the entire world?
7.
So I think 7. 7, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Google.
sir.
Google. Oh, yes, ang Google, no? So Google nyo lang kapag di nyo alam, okay? So, let's say we have 7 continents, so that's the population. And then we want to get one part only, let's say the Asia. Okay. And then let's say another one is North America. So those are the samples. Okay. So in other words, population is composed of samples. Okay. So that's how we interpret when it comes to getting, or where did we get those data. Okay. And sample, here's the letter, or the, what do you call this one? Symbol. Okay. So it is denoted by the X bar. All right. So it's an X wherein it has a horizontal line on the top of it. X bar. So we call that one X bar. So this one is the sample. And when it comes to population, it is represented by the Greek letter, this one. So we read this one as mu. Okay, mu. Okay, parang hindi to mu mu. So mu. Okay, parang may my, parang may y sa gitna. Okay. myu, mu. All right. So for sample, we call that one X bar, and then for the population, we call that one mu. All right, so just take note on those two symbols, okay, because that is very important when it comes to solving for the arithmetic mean. Okay. All right, so find the mean of those numbers. Let's say 6 friends in a biology class of 20 students received test grades of 92, 84, 65, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. So as you can see, 6 friends only in a biology. So again, you're only getting a portion of data in the entire population. What is that population? The total population on let's say in this class is 20 students. So 20 is the population, and then we've only get 6 samples, say 6 friends, and then it is now or here is now their sample data. Okay, so I hope this one is clear. This is the population, and then those are the samples. Okay, so find the mean of these test scores. So again, just add all of those, or just get the summation of those data, and then divide it by the counts of those data. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So whatever is the summation or the total of this one divided by 6. And then that is now the mean of this example. Okay, so here's the solution. So x bar is our sample, okay, is equal to summation of x divided by n. 92 plus 80 bars of blah, blah, blah. Just add all of those in the numerator, and you will get 495 divided by 6. Okay. So again, feel free to check whether this one is correct or not. Okay. So my computation might be incorrect. So divided by 6, you will get 82.5. So thus, we could say that the mean of that population with a sample of 6 friends is 82.5. Right, so simple as that. Any questions so far?
None, sir.
All right, so if there's a part that, again, you didn't understand, so feel free to ask me anytime, okay? All right, so moving on. No, okay. So as usual, I forgot. As usual, after this example, you're going to have a quiz. So do not worry when I say quiz, okay? If I only gave one example, you're only going to have one quiz also. Okay, so 1:1 to make it very short. Okay, so one example, one quiz. Okay, so super simple, super the same, just different values. Okay, so 4 counts of data. All right, so I will leave this one to you guys. So just check your canvas later on, maybe at around, sure, maybe 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock once I'm done doing that one in your canvas. Okay, so I will leave this one to you. So moving on, we have the median. Okay, so median is very straightforward. Just by hearing the word median, you'll already know median. It's like the middle, right? Or you can search the meaning of it. Will always say the middle. Okay, the middle part of this one. Okay, the middle part of that range. Okay, so this is another type of average wherein we call that one median. So essentially, okay, the median is the middle number or the mean of the middle numbers. Okay, in a list of two numbers that have been arranged in numerical order from smallest to largest or largest to smallest. So it doesn't matter as long as you arrange that data. So it could be from smallest to largest and then just get the middle number, or it could be from largest to smallest and then just get the middle number. So doesn't really matter. Okay, as long as you arrange them ascending or descending. Okay, so any list of numbers that is arranged in numerical order from smallest to largest or largest to smallest is a rank list. So we call that one rank list. So the important part when it comes to getting the median is get the rank list first. So once you have the rank list, then that's time that you can have the median. Okay, so this one is quite tiring if you have 100 data. Okay, or if you have, let's say, 250 data, or if you have, let's say, thousands of data. So that's a pain in ass just to pinpoint what is the new the median of those data. So if you were given, let's say, a total of 5 counts of data, or even 10 maybe, or 15 and below, so I think it is still easy. But when it comes to, let's say, we're talking about hundreds, thousands, or even millions, then that's a pain in ass, right? So yeah, anyway, we already have a lot of applications wherein you just need to put all the data and then it will be automatically uh, arranged, wherein we have a rank list, and then you can get now the middle part of that rank list. Anyway, so the median is the middle number if n is odd. And then another one, when we say median, is the mean of the two middle numbers if n is even. Okay, so it comes with two ways on how to get the median. So let's say you have an odd counts of data. So 1, 3, 5, no, 3, 5, 7, 9, as long as the count of data is odd, then you can get the middle number itself. So simple as that. But if we have a count of even numbers, let's say 4, 6, 8, 10, okay, then you have two middle numbers, okay. So I will show you an example later on what are those two middle numbers. So if you have two middle numbers, so you must use the arithmetic mean, okay, with those two numbers. So just add those two numbers and then divide it by 2. And then whatever is the result, then that is your median. Okay. So for you to see what are those two middle numbers, so let me show you, or let me give an example. So find the median of the data in the following list. So again, what is our first step when it comes to getting the median?
Arrange.
So we arrange it. So we do the rank list. Okay, so either of those two. So it could be largest to smallest or smallest to largest. So doesn't matter. But in my case, I will be using smallest to largest. So 1. What is the next one? 4, 8,
8,
9,
okay, 9,
12, 14,
12,
12,
14. Am I
21.
right? 21. So how many data do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, all good. So first, you have to count the counts of data. Okay, so in here we have 7 total counts of data. So 7 is odd. So from here, we could easily pinpoint what is the middle number on this one. Okay, so what is the middle number?
9.
9. Okay, so we have 3 numbers and then 3 numbers here. So the middle one is 9. So very simple when it comes to add numbers. But how about the second one? So first, we arrange that one first. So 23, 46, 77, 89,
77, 89,
92, and then 100.
92.
Are we correct? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay. So if you're going to take a look on this one is even. And then if you're going to take a look on the middle, so it's between 77 and 89. Okay. So it is now between those two numbers. So we're going to apply the arithmetic mean. So again, just those two data. So 77 plus 89 divided by 2
83.
is equal to 83. So coming from Mr. Dan. So if this answer is incorrect, so you must blame it to Mr. Dan. No, just kidding. Anyway, so the median of this example number 2 is 83. Right? So as you can see, it's not given on this list of numbers. So we've created a new median coming from those two numbers, which is 9. All right, so here's the solution. So as you can see right here, our answer number 1 is 9, and then number 2 we get the 77 and 89, and then from those two numbers we've come up with 83. Okay, so his answer is correct. So thank you very much, Mr. Dan, for helping me to solve or to calculate what is the summation and division of this result, or 77. All right, so any questions so far?
None, sir.
Nothing.
All right, so again, if there's a part that you didn't understand, so feel free to ask anytime. All right, so moving on. Oops, forgot. So right after this example, you're going to have a quiz. So 2 counts of numbers also when it comes to median. So again, 2 examples, 2 counts of these. So I will leave this one to you, and then just answer this one in our canvas later. Okay. So moving on, the third one when it comes to measuring central tendency is the mode. Okay. So what is the mode? So the mode of a list of numbers is the number that occurs most frequently. Okay, so whatever number that it occurs most frequently in that data, it is the mode, right? So some lists of numbers do not have a mode. For instance, we have a list of numbers 1, 6, 8, 10, 32, 15, 39. So each number occurs exactly once because no number occurs more than the other numbers. There is no mode. Okay, and then a list of numerical data can have more than one mode. For instance, in the list of 4262792498897, the number 2 occurs 3 times. And the number 9 also occurs 3 times. So each of the other numbers occurs less than 3 times. So whatever is the most number that occurs more than the others, and then that is now our mode. But since we have two the same count of modes, wherein 2 is 3 times and then 9 is 3 times, then we have two modes. Okay, so that's possible. Okay, so sometimes we don't have a mode, and then sometimes we also have more than one mode. Okay, so again, mode is the number that occurs most frequently. So I hope you get the idea when it comes to solving or getting the mode in a list of numbers. So very simple. Just use your eyes and then see the most uh, number that occurs the most than the others. Okay, so let's have an example for you to appreciate this one. So find the mode of the data in the following list. So we have 18, 15, 21, 16, 15, 14, 15, 21. So what is our mode in number 1? Do we have a mode?
15.
15.
15. Okay, so it occurs 3 times.
3
3
times.
times.
And then 21 also occur 2 times, but of course, whatever is the highest number that occurs more than the others, then that's our mode. So in here, we only have one mode. How about number 2?
2.
2. So we have two here. No, of course, this one is not part. This one is just designation for number 2. So what is our answer in number 2?
Sir, wala?
So if we don't have a
None.
mode, then we could say no mode. Okay. So in number 1, our answer is 15. So it occurs more than the others. So thus 15 is the mode. And then for this one, number 2, all of them occurs only once. Thus we don't have a number that occurs more than the others. So there is no mode for the number 2. All right. So as simple as that. Those are the basics when it comes to statistics. So see, no sweat when it comes to solving the basics. Now later on, we're going to use those basics to solve a harder problems with statistics. But before that, of course, you're going to have a quiz first. Okay. So again, you're going to have a quiz on the mode. So quiz on the mean, quiz on the median, and then quiz on the mode. So from slide 1 to 19, you already have 3 quiz, right? So I will be leaving this one to you guys. So just check your Canvas later on for you to answer those quizzes. All right. So as a conclusion, the median, the mean, the median, and then the mode are all averages. Okay. But the most frequent that we use is the mean actually. Okay. We don't really use those other two, but in some other cases we use those. Okay. But mostly we use this one. Okay. However, they are generally not equal. So the mean of a set of data is the most sensitive of the averages because if there's one change, there is, if you change one data or one number in that list of data, it will already change the result of your mean. Okay, so a change in any of numbers changes the mean, and then the mean can be changed drastically by changing an extreme value. Okay? Because we consider all of the numbers on that data, okay, by solving the mean. In contrast, the median and then the mode of a set of data are usually not changed by changing an extreme value. Okay, so since we're only dealing with one numbers in median, okay, so even though you've changed one number on the left side or the right side, your median will still not change, I guess. 90% it will not change. Okay? And then when a data set has more than one or more extreme values that are very different from the majority of data values, the mean will not necessarily be a good indicator of an average value. All right. So later on, I will show you the example on this one regarding with those conclusions. But for now, we'll stop right here since I think we now only have 20 seconds or more or less. So wait 5 to 7 minutes again since I need to convert this pre-recorded video. Okay?
Okay,
So
sir.
goodbye for now and then just wait on the part.
Bye, sir.
Goodbye.